Blaze. My name is Wanga, and first things first, the most important people in the chat, in the comments, those are our guests. So a huge welcome to you. We are actually better today because you decided to join us. So how about you let us know down in the chats below or on the side, depending on what device you are watching, that you are new, so that we can give you a proper welcome. Okay, so one of the things we love to do here, because we understand that Jesus changes lives, is that when we comment and when we subscribe and when we like, it actually messes up with YouTube algorithms. I know. So right now, if you press like, YouTube algorithms are going crazy and they're gonna suggest this video to people you have not even met. And who knows, their lives could be changed by Jesus, by just you liking this video. So how about you just do that right now? Like, and then come back to the chat. Okay, sweet. Like, comment, and subscribe so that we can reach a whole lot of people. Okay, so today I'm really excited because as you have seen from the thumbnails, we're talking about essentials. So essentials are things that are very important to us, things that we cannot live without. And I'm gonna give you some of my essentials. So how about you do me a favor, right? Because I'm looking right now in the comments. Let me know what are 5 of your essentials, just 5 for now. And I'll also give you 5 of my essentials, and we're gonna have fun in the chats while we chat together right now, right here. Is that cool? Okay. Essential number 1 is kind of obvious. It's my cell phone. As you can see, it has this beautiful slick blue. It's an LG. It's a Q60. It has 3 cameras. It has like a little touch thingy there. Oh man, if you look at the front, it's actually kind of broken, which is part of the design. I totally did not break it, but that's essential number 1. My cell phone. I do everything here: chats, WhatsApps, Instagram, Spotify. What else you do there? Yeah, whatever you do. So I think some of you have your phone as your essential. Also, I have to say this: we are not sponsored by LG or any of the products that I'm gonna use. So these are just my essentials. I'm not making money out of any of this stuff, but so just so you know, okay? Now you know. No sponsored, no sponsor led. Okay, my second essential is this tennis ball right here. You're like, what? Tennis ball? I'm telling you, this tennis ball is slick. You can see the lines, the design. It was created for perfection. Now, on a more serious note, the reason this is an essential for me is that I'm not diagnosed, but I probably have what do you call it? The thing where you just have too much energy and you can't stop, ADHD. I probably have that, and if I sit still for long hours of time, I think I go crazy. So I'm always just throwing this around, you know, doing the things, point at the camera. Anyways, this is my essential. Let me know in the chat if this is your essential too. That would be weird, but let me know. Next essential. Okay. Okay, this is Nivea for men, for face, body, and hands. If you are black, you know that this is an absolute essential. Black people, we need this. Ish, life is tough out here without lotion. I'm telling you. So every time I wake up in the morning, you must put this on. You put it around your hands, you put it on your face, and you are happy, and you go around doing whatever you want to do without looking all white and stuff, especially the joints. Yo, if you don't put it in the joints, you're gonna know that the struggle is absolutely real. Anyways, that's my essential number 3. Essential number 4 is, it's coffee. Oh, that's glorious. It's the best smell I have ever seen in my life. Let me know if you love coffee or if you're a tea person, but coffee for the win any day. I love coffee. Let me just taste it. That's glorious. Yeah, you can't live without coffee. Actually, that sounds bad because I'm telling you, I'm addicted to coffee. I actually have about 2 of these a day, which is awesome. They keep me going. Coffee, my absolute favorite thing. Let me know if you love coffee. Number 5. The last thing, this is a package deal. It all comes together. It's my Bible and my notebook. These are like best friends. They never leave each other. If you can see my Bible, it has seen its years. It's been living for long. You can see, look at that. Absolute essential. You cannot have an essentials without the Bible, the word of the Lord. Anyways, I spend most of my time reading this, and this is my notebook. If you look there, it says strike first. So if you know Cobra Kai, shameless plug, But this also reminds me that I have to spend time with God every single morning because God is the most important thing in my life. Sick! I'm done. Those are all my essentials. Now, I'm seeing yours in the comments, so you better have your Bible there. I'm watching you. If you didn't type your Bible, type it now. Okay, my essentials are done.
Now, nobody said going through life would be easy. What if I told you that instead of trying to be perfect, you could reach for being better? A better friend, a better creative, a better lover, a better believer, a better giver, a better receiver. I mean, I may be preaching, but I'm not perfect either, see. Greater is he who's in me than he who's in the world. And in hopes of seeing a better generation, I write this letter that we give thanks unto the Lord, for he is good, and his mercy endureth forever. Better.
So, here's a question I have for you. Okay, are you guys ready? The question is, have you ever felt like other people knew exactly who you should be, how you should be, and how you should act? Because I must say, when it comes to essentials and all of those stuff, I struggle to know what is essential to me and what is actually essentials to other people that is just being forced on me. And this is what's very important, because for us to actually change, for us to actually grow, for us to actually be better, we need to decide for ourselves what is going to be essential for us. For some of us, what is essential for us is how we look. So if I look good and I got the bling, I got the watch right there, I got the bling, I got the shoes, I got the latest shoes, then that's what is essential to me. It's about what people perceive of me, what people think of me. And there's nothing wrong with how you look. As Nicole said last week, the problem is, are you finding happiness in material things? And if your essential is about what you can consume and what you can get, when will enough ever be enough? And for some of us, when it comes to essential, our essential is actually we just want to be loved. We just want someone to love us. And there's nothing wrong with wanting to be loved. But the problem is we can sacrifice anything and everything so that we could get that feeling, so that someone could tell me, I accept you, so that someone could tell me, I look beautiful, so that someone could invite me to be part of their crew and to be part of their friendship group. So the question is, how far is far enough? Where are you willing to go? And are you willing to lose yourself in the process of finding what is essential to you? As you would remember, that last week we looked at this guy. I love him a lot, Zacchaeus. It wasn't last week. It was the first episode of Be Better, Zacchaeus, the dude that went on to climb a tree because he wanted to see Jesus. You can find the story in Luke 19. Because he wanted to see Jesus badly, and there were crowds with Jesus, so he decided, I'm going to climb up a tree so that I could see Jesus. I mean, that's such a gangster thing. I mean, what do you do if you want to see Jesus, right? You just climb up a tree. But anyways, that's what he did, and they have this whole conversation with Jesus, and Jesus invites himself to the dude's home. And I think what happens next, we can get a glimpse of how to come to a position where we decide what is essential to us. Here's what I am not going to do. I am not going to tell you what should be essential to you. That is your own decision. Because if I tell you, you will feel obliged to do it. But we're actually going to look at Zacchaeus' story and his response to Jesus inviting him to his home. And out of that, we can start making decisions for ourselves on what is going to be essential to us. Now, this response comes from Luke 19, verse 8. Here's what he says. He says, but Zacchaeus stood up and said to the Lord, look, Lord, here and now I give half of my possessions to the poor. And if I have cheated anybody out of anything, I will pay them back 4 times. Okay, first thing he does, he says, here and now, I'll give half of my things, of my wealth to the poor. Half. Now that's ridiculous. And what it's not saying here is that we should all go give half to the poor. Actually, there's something we can learn here. And when it comes to deciding what is essential, I think the first thing you need to do is make a sweeping statement of who you are going to be. Okay, a sweeping statement. You gotta get rid of all these stuff. I'm not gonna sweep them because there's computers and laptops and they will break. But I'm gonna get some people help me get rid of these things. So you're gonna have to make a sweeping statement of who you are going to be. You can come in and get it. No, leave the Bible. We can't sweep the Bible. You can sweep everything else other than the Bible. So you make a sweeping statement of who you're going to be. Oh, Coke is nice. I'm going to miss you a lot. Now, the first thing that Zacchaeus does is that he makes a sweeping statement. He makes a decision that this is not who I am anymore. I used to be a wealthy dude, a rich dude that stole from the poor, but I'm making a decision now because Jesus has invited himself to my home. That is not who I am anymore. And when it comes to essential, to living a life out of essence, you need to make a sweeping decision to follow Jesus, to say, I am a new creation. I am no longer who I was. In 1 Corinthians 5, verse 17, it says, therefore, if anyone is in Christ, the new creation has come. The old has gone. Here, the new has come. You see, when you come to follow Jesus, you are not the old you. You are not the one that is pursuing the world and the worldly things. You are a new creation. When we get baptized, you get thrown into the water and then you come back out. That's simply symbolizing that you're a new creation. You're a new person. And what used to be essential to you cannot be essential again. I had to make this sweeping statement when I became a believer. I put my hand up. I'm like, I want to follow Jesus, right? And when I put my hand up to follow Jesus, I was still in university and I was studying and all of those things. But I knew if I went back to that environment, it was going to destroy me. It was going to not help the kind of person I want to become. So I made it a necessity that this is the fresh start. New me, following Jesus, this is where I am going. When it comes to live life out of essence, it starts with making a sweeping statement of who you are. Now, the second thing that we see Zacchaeus does is that he starts to make changes that are essential to him. Okay? Here's what it says in the second part of the verse. He says, and if I have cheated anybody out of anything, I will pay them back 4 times the amount. He's saying, now that I've made a decision that I was once greedy and now I'm generous, I am making a decision that I'm going to start making the changes that are essential to me. And the second thing you want to do is start to make changes that are essential to you. Not essential to your parents, not essential to your friends, not essential to what social media says. Because look at what happens here with this dude. He doesn't say, I am going to give half my possessions to the poor because Jesus said, you must give half your possessions to the poor. He doesn't go on to say, he doesn't do any of all those things because Jesus told him to. He actually decided for himself that that is what he was going to do. That was the change that he was going to make in his life. And I have found that the decisions that are the most important are the ones that become part of us, the ones that we make ourselves, where we don't feel like we're being forced to do those things. And that might start with small changes. So you see, if you want to be a runner one day, you might have to start running a few miles every single day. So you start making the small changes. There is a saying that if you want to achieve big dreams, you have to take the small steps. So you can take those small steps depending on who you want to become, and make those changes essential to who you are. If you want to get to know Jesus more, it's not okay to be like, I'll come to church every Sunday because my parents want me to come to church every Sunday. You have to make it essential to you to spend time with Jesus every single day because he's the most important part of your life. But sometimes making small changes is not enough. Sometimes I'll just change this. For some of us, we need to make a huge change. We need to make a decision that is so big that is going to shock the whole world, if that makes sense, what I'm saying. What I mean by that is that he goes on to say, I will give 4 times to the poor. I won't just do what is required. I'll do above and beyond. I'll do more than is required. Here's a good example. If you are someone that struggles with porn, believe it or not, if you watch porn every single day, it's essential to you. So if you are someone that struggles with an addiction to porn, it's not enough to say, okay, I'll make a small change. So tomorrow I'll watch, the next day I won't watch, and then I'll watch the following day. It's just not enough. You might have to make it a sweeping change and say, no, actually, I'm going to put my phone away, lock it somewhere else before I go to bed. I'm going to read my Bible and spend time with Jesus so that I don't have all these kind of desires that come to me. You have to make that decision. Another example, if you're just a mean, ugly person that people don't want to be around, it's not enough to be like, I'll be kind to Prince, I'll be kind to Dave, I'll be kind to these 3 guys, and screw all the other guys. I'll still be mean to them. You need to realize that you need to come to a space where you be like, I want to be the nicest person you can ever find in this world. So you need to just go small is not enough in your case. And that is where life is not fair, because sometimes we have to do more than what is required so that we can actually live life out of essence and not out of obligation. Now, those are the things we learn from this guy. And the question that I want to close with is, what will your essentials be? I asked myself this question and I wrote in my notebook. Actually, this was last year. I wrote a couple of things that are essential to me. Again, I'm not going to tell you what should be essential to you. You need to go and make that decision for yourself and start to live out of that. But I'll give you mine, and hopefully they can help you to start living that out. So here's what I wrote. My first essential is that I want God in my life. Number one is God. I want God in my life. I want to know God. I want to grow in love with Him. I want God to be the most important in my life by far. I want all of Jesus. I want to think, act, and talk like Him. I want to be like Him in every single way. I want to be like Jesus. That's my essential. That's why every morning I wake up, I spend time with Him, and I make sure that throughout the day, I'm actually asking God to guide me and help me in every single thing that I do. The second thing I said, I want to value people. See, some of us are mean, and we might actually want this essential in our lives. Is that because I realize that sometimes I'm mean and I'm terrible to be around. I said, I want to value people, all people, men, women, children, teens, to see people as a reflection of God with unlimited value, possibilities, and ideas. I always want to see the best in people, the God version. I want to be to people what I want God to be to me. That's essential, to value people in my life. And the last essential I wrote, number 3, is that I want to live every day like it's my last. What I've learned with COVID-19 and everything that is happening is that actually nothing in this life is guaranteed. Times are tough. Tomorrow could be different from today. And I don't want to have regrets tomorrow. I'm like, God, will you help me enjoy every single moment? Do what is required and do more than is required in every single moment. It's an essential for me to have fun, to enjoy myself, because I don't know what tomorrow has for me. I don't know what will happen tomorrow. So I want to live every day like it's my last. Am I perfect in any of those things? No. But I've put them down and I've said, these are my essentials. And I'm going to start living my life like these are my essentials. I'm going to love God with all my heart, and I'm going to want to value people, and I'm going to live every day like it's my last. That's my prayer to God. God, would you come and you help us right now, wherever we are? God, that when it comes to living, we wouldn't feel like we're living out of obligation or we're following Jesus because that's what our friends said, just like Zacchaeus, Jesus, that there will be a burning desire in our hearts to say, no, that's not who I am anymore. This is who I am now. I'm making a sweeping declaration, a sweeping decision that I'm not going to live the way I used to live. I'm going to give it all for you, Jesus. I'm going to make my own essentials and not let the world decide what is essential to me. I really pray for every single person that's watching on this camera right now, Jesus, that you would help them decide what is essential to them and not follow what the world says is essential to them. That they would live from a space of knowing who they are first in you, and also they could live that out to the rest of the world. In Jesus' name, amen. Thank you so much, guys. This has been an incredible time that I've had with you. I really, really encourage you to go and write it down. What are your essentials? What are they going to be? But before you go, just hold on a minute, okay? We have this song that will kind of help you be able to process this right now. Let it play in the background while you think and you decide for yourselves. And from that song, we'll see you same time, same place here at Blaze. Cheers. Love you all.
There's nothing better than you. Oh, there's nothing better than you. Oh, there's nothing. Nothing is better than you. Oh, there's nothing better than you. Oh, there's nothing better than you, Lord. There's nothing is better